And the Health and Human Services Secretary set to meet today with executives from the very food companies he accuses of making Americans sick. Here's what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. told HHS staffers a few weeks ago after being sworn in.
So we will convene representatives of all viewpoints to study the causes for the drastic rise in chronic disease. Some of the possible factors we will investigate were formerly taboo or insufficiently scrutinized. Nothing is going to be off limits.
Secretary Kennedy and Make America Healthy Again advocates contend that things like heavily processed foods contribute to increases in obesity and chronic diseases, especially among children. NewsNation's Joe Khalil joins us live. And Joe, this certainly is an area where Kennedy does have support from some of his critics.
Yeah, it's true. And it's also the reason, Nichole, that this meeting is going to be interesting and maybe a bit awkward, is that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has, over the last couple of years, really slammed many of the very companies whose executives he will be meeting with today for the first time. These are some of the country's largest food conglomerates. We're talking about companies like General Mills, like PepsiCo. Those types of executives and others will be meeting with him face to face for the first time. And look, it's not just that he has been critical of these companies, but even up to the point where he became Health and Human Services Secretary, he's actually attributed those companies and some of their ingredients as reasons why things like obesity among all Americans and chronic illnesses in children have been exacerbated. He says that it's their food ingredients. He has been very critical of things like food dyes and things like seed oils that are used in a lot of their products. And you're right, it's those areas rather than the sort of vaccine skepticism that he's also very well known for, which has been controversial. On this issue, he does have quite a bit of support in his pushback from Republicans, from Democrats, and several Americans around the country alike. But take a listen to what he said. He was really relentless in the lead up to becoming the secretary. This is from his confirmation hearing, where, again, he did not hold back his criticism.
I don't want to take food away from anybody. If you like a cheeseburger, a McDonald's cheeseburger, a Diet Coke, which my boss loves, and you should be able to get them. If you want to eat Hostess Twinkies, you should be able to do that. But you should know what the impacts are on your family and on your health.
Now, Nichole, the details around this meeting have been pretty secretive. We know it is happening. We've confirmed that. We've confirmed some of the executives that are going to be there. But we don't know when this is going to happen. We haven't been able to get any sort of comment from Health and Human Services, only to say that RFK Jr. is going to post on X when this is all done. What he's going to post, we don't know. So presumably that might be a readout. We just tried to check X moments ago to see if he's posted anything. Ironically, X is seemingly down right now. We can get access to his page. So we will see in a little while, presumably, what comes of this meeting today.
All right. So we know, Joe, that he certainly talked about significant changes, not only to the size, but to the mission of HHS under his leadership. We know those changes are well underway there, as in so many other agencies and departments, because we're now learning this includes tens of thousands of buyout offers.
Yeah, and those begin today. So just like other agencies under the DOGE model and the Trump administration's goal of reducing the size of the federal government, Health and Human Services is now offering buyouts of $25,000 today. Between today and Friday, any one of the 80,000 employees that works in some capacity for HHS can opt out to take this buyout and to effectively resign from their jobs. And remember, HHS is a huge agency within the federal government. So this includes the CDC, the FDA, National Institutes of Health. They oversee Medicare and Medicaid. So we're talking about a lot of workers here, a lot of money that goes to HHS, and whether they end up taking buyouts or not, again, we'll see this week. They've got until Friday to do so.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.